Good morning, it's Saturday, April 3rd, and you're looking at a webcast of Beta as it awaits 8:58 a.m. Eastern Time launch from Pad A at Launch Complex 1. My name is Nora Baker, I'm the data analyst here at iSpace. Today's mission is called Business as Usual. It's a special one as it will be the first mission launch from our new launch station, Launch Complex 1. And also the first commercial mission of Beta rocket. With 11 satellites on board, this mission will bring the total number of commercial payloads launched by iSpace's rocket to 83. We're proud to be welcoming some repeat customers onto our vehicle again for this, and we're also excited to work with some new ones. Now on your screen is the view of Beta, our 60-meter, two-stage, liquid-fueled launch vehicle as it sits at Pad A. The bottom two-thirds of the vehicle is the first. Its objective is accelerate the vehicle and payload through the DRU's atmospheres and then separate from the reed of the rocket. For today's mission, the vehicle is brand new, so it's going to be the first flight for this first stage booster. We're going to be attempting to recover this booster. This time, the booster will back at land on landing site, Zone 1. Now after the first stage separate, the second stage or upper stage will then carry our 11 rideshare satellites to a 200-kilometer equator orbit. And at the top of rocket you'll notice a nose cone. This is called the satellite fairing. It's a composite structure and protects the rocket from the force of ascent and also houses our payloads. And once the vehicle is outside the atmosphere, the fairing will separate to expose the satellites into space. And finally, the latch truss structure next to Beta is called the transporter erector, or TE. Its job is to roll the vehicle out the launch pad, raise it to a vertical launch position, and also route power fluids and communication to the rocket and satellite. The mission team held a technical poll at T-2 hours, and our launch director held a propellant load at T-40 minutes. If we do have to call a hold on today's launch for any reason, we do have a backup opportunity tomorrow same time, pending range acceptance, and now propellant's loading is still underway. Beta uses the liquid hydrogen for its fuel, and super chilled liquid oxygen, known as LOX, for the oxidizer. Currently propellant is nearly fully loaded, on the first stage and second stage over 1 million pounds. The vehicle is healthy, and we the folks in mission control are currently working no issues. After a while, the TE will retract away from the rocket, sidely at around T3 minutes, and this provides enough clearances for Beta to lift off. About 4 weeks ago, ZWAC released a trailer of the update, so let's check that out now. Alright, we're currently less than 3 minutes from liftoff. Beta is now moving into the final stages of the countdown. The vehicle remains in good health. All systems are go for launch. In terms of fuel, propellant loading has completed. The first and second stage are fully fueled with liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. And also one thing you'll hear 1 minute before liftoff, you'll hear the announcement that Beta is in startup mode. This means that the rocket-owned internal computers are now autonomously controlling the countdown. All the payload continues to be healthy, the mission team is tracking no issues on the rocket. And with just under 2 minutes to go before launch. And let's listen into the final countdown prior to liftoff.
Beta in startup.
All rights, we've entered startup mode. Beta has taken over the remainder of the countdown. We're just waiting for the go for launch call out.
LD go for long.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And we have liftoff.
We are now 40 seconds into fly. Beta has taken off, it's cleared the tower. And we're currently throttling down to prepare for maximum Q. That's the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure. It's at 1 minute and 12 seconds.
Go through the maximum Q.
You've heard it, we've reached max Q. At this point the loads in the vehicle become less and less, the atmosphere get thinner, we're now able to throttle those engine 1 backup, and at its maximum power like right now. Now all is looking good with our first stage trajectory. The next events is staging. First our main engine will cut off on our first stage, and the stage will separate. And the single IE-1 vac engine on second stage will ignite. Our first stage will then flip around to begin its landing attempt.
Boost back burn started.
Alright, all of those events happened successfully one after another. This boost back burn, it'll last about 40 seconds.
Boost back burn shutdown.
And you can heard one of those first boost back burn has successfully ended. Our 2 fairing halves will now jettison. and expose the satellites to space. There you see our two fairing halves have jettisoned. You can even see them in background there on our ZWAC engine. We're T+4 minutes and 30 seconds into flight. Everything is looking great for today's mission. On your screen is a view of our second stage, specifically its I-Engine 1 vacuum. We also call it IE1 for short. And now on your screen is a view of our booster looking downward. It's continuing to fall back towards true. The next milestone for the first stage is its first stage entry burn. Beta needs to execute it to slow itself down before hitting the dense parts of the atmosphere.
Entry burn startup.
And 5 engines have relit and currently slowing the first stage down before it hits those dense parts of the atmosphere. Second stage is continuing to perform as expected.
Anti-burn shutdown.
And that is our second burn completed. As we mentioned earlier, we're going to be attempting to recover this booster back at land, on landing zone 1. You can see Cape getting closer and closer.
Landing burn started.
And here comes Beta attempting its landing. What a cool view, the Beta has landed. That is number 1 for this first stage booster, and second overall of Beta rocket. The second stage and our primary mission are still continuing and remain healthy. The next milestone for the second stage is second engine cutoff, also known as SECO, that's coming up at T plus 10 minutes and 25 seconds.
SECO.
And the second stage vacuum engine has successfully had SECO.
Insertion nominal.
And that's the other call out we were waiting to hear on, a good orbital insertion. In just about 3 minutes we will have the first of our 11 deployments, until we're going to take a short break and be back at about T plus 13 minutes. Welcome back to the webcast of the business as usual mission. Next up will be the deployment of our 11 payloads on board, which will occur over 6 minutes period. And as a reminder, this mission is our 6th rideshare mission. We create this program to provide small satellite operators with regularly scheduled rides on board Beta rocket, and in the not too distant future Beta Heavy as well.
MLTCommsat-2 deployed. Confirm.
And we did get confirmation of the MLTCommsat-2 separation. That's our last payload for today. It's been an exciting morning. We saw a successful liftoff from our first private launch station, Launch Complex 1, and successfully recover our first booster. That said, we will be bringing our webcast to an end, but before we go, we'd like to thank our customers for today's mission and their great support. Please continue to follow us on social media and official website for future mission and more updates. And finally, thank you to you all of our viewers for your support and for tuning in. This is iSpace Mission Control. We hope you have a great day.